YouTube. It's your boy Forjo 5000.
Ribbon Levi.
We got a real treat for y'all today, man.
Super, man. Super
Y'all stay tuned because it's all about the successful felon movement. It's all about the lower recidivism movement. We got not only a successful felon, but someone that's putting people on out here in the streets in the free world.
Yep.
And he been putting on since he been out this whole time. How long you been out now?
I've been out 7 years.
This is Marvin Carter.
Number, it's a powerful number.
Marvin Carter.
Oh yeah.
We gonna know him as Yehuda, man.
Yehuda,
Very
man.
powerful name for a very powerful
Yehuda,
brother,
man.
man. You know what I'm saying?
man.
We're gonna talk about this whole term, insurance policies. We're gonna talk about the straw man and the secure party creditor, and we're talking about real experience, someone that's actually doing this type of stuff. So y'all go ahead and listen, stay tuned, don't miss nothing, watch to the end, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get into the whole term life insurance.
All right. I'm ML Carter, representing ML Carter Trust Corporation, unincorporated business trust, which is part of my straw man and a part of my secure party aspect, in which I have to always mention. And with the whole life insurance aspect with the private banking, man, it's very important to start you a whole life insurance policy dealing with building wealth for future generations of kids and grandkids and their kids to come after you. Because the beauty of whole life is, like, when you establish a policy, the individuals that are alive, they really ain't gonna touch the millions of dollars, because some of them policies be millions of dollars. You ain't gonna get it, I ain't gonna get it, but the kids, the generation, that's how the generational wealth come. So it sustains the identity of them being able to carry on your legacy in the next generation.
I did hear that you can, while you're alive, take out loans against
Okay, yes
it.
sir. So that aspect is true, and I like when somebody, you know, I just had a conversation, like I said, with some brothers and a sister the other night. So with that topic, it allows you to go in and pull money out and not have to pay it back. Because what happens is that millions of dollars that you have on reserve pays for the money you pulled out. So that's the beauty of whole life. You know what I mean? The term whole life. You don't never have to pay the money back once you pull it out. But if you try to go and pull out more money, they want that other money back.
Okay.
So you got to be smart. If I'm gonna pull out a large amount, then I know I can't come back.
Unless you pay that amount off.
And so you talking, if you talking your policy worth in cash 25 to 50 grand, and you pull out the whole 25, 50 grand, you know you need to pay that all back before you can pull out anything else. You know what I mean?
Okay. First question I got, how do you even get into the whole life insurance policy life?
Well, it's good to find you an agent, you know, of a company who has been around for longer than 100 years. This a fact. And the reason I say that, because they guarantee the money. This goes back to...
And if they've been in business 100 years, they're very successful.
So I'm going to use my company, who I'm with. I'm with a mutual company, and that's another thing. Always be with a mutual company, because the mutual company cares more about the people. They don't care about the investors or the owners, CEO. They don't care about the stockholders. They care about me and you.
Okay.
So make sure it's a mutual company. Another thing is, the mutual company itself guarantees your money. So whatever you put in, and when the maturation comes, you're gonna get your money, even if the atomic bomb hit this motherfucker. They're gonna find your kids, they're gonna find the heirs to get them that money.
Oh yeah.
Is there a set amount you got to put, like, to get started?
It depends on what type of policy you seek. You know what I mean? So it can be a policy where, you, like Bruce Lee. I'm gonna use Bruce Lee. He paid for a 250 grand policy, 2 separate policies, 500 grand, and he bought them. So I didn't understand that when I was in prison. I was like, damn, what do you mean he bought the policy? He bought the policy so that it guaranteed his kids millions of dollars, guaranteed them, but they can always go back and get the money again. So the guarantee of it is that, you know, whatever you do, whatever you put in, you can get back out, but you also can access it at any time. So
okay,
that's the beauty of the guarantee. It's guaranteed, your money guaranteed. Whole life insurance is the most, I want to say, influential financial institution when it comes to, especially people like us. You know what I mean? Felons. That's a great way to invest some money.
Have you pulled out money yet on your insurance?
I don't plan on it.
You don't plan on
No, I don't plan on it.
But he doesn't need to, because
No, I don't plan on it.
he has multiple income streams.
Oh, yeah, I don't plan on it.
Okay. Do it grow over time?
Yes,
that's set number.
The cash is what you put into it.
Okay.
But if you think about it, millions of dollars in return for like 30 grand is man, you talking a crazy flip, man.
That is
So that's why you can't beat it. You know what I mean? So what bank you know gonna give you $2 million on 30 grand? None. That's why.
Got a point.
That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? No matter the maturation date, like the longest maturation date is probably 10 to 15, 20 years, something like that, for your cash to be certified.
Okay.
But come on, man, we're talking millions of dollars.
The more money I put in a month, the more money I'll get from my policy.
I can't really say that because, like I say, it depends on your policy and your contract.
And
well, mine, I did an extreme because I wanted to test it. So I went with New York Life Insurance.
New York Life Insurance.
And they've been around for 200 years. They've been around for 200 years. I found
self-explanatory.
I found one of the greatest companies. They've been around for 200 years. So the agent I have, Mr. Diddley, he great because we talk about everything, you know. And it's more than one way to invest it because they do stock market stuff. So they'll take your money and they'll be flipping. That's what I did. I did the extreme flipping. Okay. So it's like a what they call in stocks. They call it when you take your money radical. I want to do a radical investment, so that's what I did. So I pay in $600 and some a month, radical. So in 5 years, my policy will be done.
Is there a certain amount you can
invest? It's gonna be mine when I'm done. Mine gonna be over 30-some thousand, but all I'm gonna put in is 25. But the whole life aspect is the term life. The term life gonna be $2 million. Ooh. So my kids and my wife, them gonna be straight with that policy. You know what I mean?
It's compounded interest.
Yeah.
It has to be. It's the only way it makes sense.
It's the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest.
And like I say, this is where all the wealthy people hide their money. Like there's a guy, this is a teacher.
That's pretty aggressive too, because I talked to other people that only did like $70 a month, $100 a month. I never heard no one do multiple hundreds a month.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that radical. I'm doing that radical, man. Yeah. Extreme, because I want to make sure that I get out of it while I'm alive too. Because once I'm done, my tactic is once I'm done, pull everything out, start another policy, buy it, buy the policy. Gotcha. Take that cash and buy the policy.
Yeah.
Now I got a whole nother one doing the same thing again. So I'm gonna build that wealth for them kids. I'm gonna build that wealth for them grandkids. You know what I mean?
We appreciate you, Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Before we keep going, what all you got going on right now? Like I see you got Evolve. Okay. You know what I'm saying? God is within.
You got a clothing brand, y'all.
Clothing brand. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, this is a intellectual property of mine. God is within. I created this cocoon idea with the words God is within because I think about like the concept of being conscious, finding the creator. You know what I mean? Yahweh, when we recognize Yahweh, we call him Yahweh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 72 names of Yahweh, so it's 72 other ways to say this name. And they say Yahweh, but when we're here, we might not know it as Yahweh. So I don't take that away from nobody, you know what I mean? Because they conscious enough to know what God woke them up. Yeah, you understand?
It's a higher power.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because I talk to a lot of people, and they be, man, I know they got that spirit on them, because my skin go to crawling, our skin go to crawling together, because God is within, you know what I mean? And that consciousness is a level, man. So to evolve from a state of like the caterpillar, you know what I mean, barely move, you know what I mean, you a prey to any predator, you know what I mean, and then to transcend and evolve as a, you know, after you come up out of that cocoon of consciousness, to evolve and fly away. You don't went from slugging around to now flying.
Crawling to flying.
You understand? So that's where that comes from.
Where can they purchase this at? If y'all want to support the movement,
you can go online to Carter this is my what it is, IG. That's my IG, Creek-Carter-.
It's gonna be a link right down below. Don't worry about that.
You can find me there, and inside of that you got a link. It's to my Teespring. So when you hit my what they call my home page, you'll see at the bottom it say teespring.com, and I got 90 designs. You know, of these different designs, man. 90 of them I made.
Okay, now y'all.
And then Chopping Down Entertainment. I can't forget. I came up here. I'm in Jacksonville. I came up here to Jacksonville this weekend to support the Fleet DJs. The Fleet DJs.
The Fleet DJs.
They're a big movement of DJs.
It's from Fort Myers, Florida. Came to Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
And for a whole week.
Oh yeah. So the Fleet DJs is a movement, man. And what we learned in this little convention, like I wasn't there the whole 10 hours, but what I learned in that little convention was politicking with the DJs, getting with these DJs and getting them your music by becoming a member of Fleet DJs and BMB and all these different platforms, so that they can allow you to basically have your music heard in different states, man. So I say, man, that's what I've been looking for, how to get the music around the world, because it might be somewhere else that want to hear your music. You know what I mean? Music ain't the same everywhere. Music transitions in when you go to different places. So we do music. Chopping Down Entertainment. I do music. I'm an artist, Creep Carter. You know what I mean? I'm a writer, Marvin Carter. You know what I mean? And I do producing. I pick the beats. You know what I mean? I do the production. I get the videos made. I do it all. You know what I mean? Because producing ain't just making no beat. It's production. You know what I mean? It's everything inside of producing.
As someone that has experience in promoting,
Yes, sir.
you gotta have a network where DJs will push your music. Because we got a DJ, we did a show with Nephew Tommy, and the DJ showed out Dr. Doom. Showed out.
Oh, yeah, I know
they
that.
want to take him on tour.
yeah.
He done been to all different cities with Nephew Tommy off of one show.
yeah.
So that DJ could be playing his music in all these other cities, in all these other cities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then DJs is a network when you're into that.
So the beauty of the Fleet DJ was that select a few of them liked our song. We got a song called Whoa Twerk that you can find on YouTube, Creek Carter. That's on YouTube. I'm with Spotify, I'm with DistroKid, I'm with all these different people as Creek Carter. So on YouTube Music, Creek Carter, you type it in, my music will pop up. One of the songs is called Whoa Twerk. It's a dance song. And they took that song and you know, they asked the guy, hey man, what you think them guys will say if we take this song and use it in our DJing mix? That's why I came up here, because they chose the song on their own. They selected the song on their own. That's great promotion. You know what I mean? The song promoted itself just because of how it sounded. That was my point again about the area. You never know who like your music, man. That's why I haven't given up. You know, even with the age difference and all that, I don't look at it like that. I just love music, man. So if I can get in the door with my nephews or my niece, my daughter, whoever want to get up and do some music, I'm already in the door.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
So we got the whole term life insurance. We got the clothing line.
Yeah.
We got the label.
Oh yeah.
Chopping Down ENT.
Yeah.
Y'all look him up, Creek Carter.
Oh,
He also has a lawn care service.
Oh, yeah,
We ain't talk about that.
Big
yet.
businesses.
Go
Businesses on top of
Go
businesses.
Okay, yeah. All right, so when I got out of prison, I started as a CDL. I went into the CDL thing. You know, I'm working for a glass company in Pompano Beach, Florida, through work release. Well, these people liked me so much, they made me a production manager. So I stayed in Pompano for 3 years outside of prison. So
Work ethic.
So I ran their company, they paying me $18 an hour, you know what I mean? So I lived out my car, I lived out my truck without even nobody knowing this, man, for about 6 months, 4 to 6 months, no lie. It was nice time. And I was waking up every morning in the Walmart parking lot in Pompano and going inside, I would go inside, what is this, Planet Fitness, brush my teeth, work out and everything, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, then go open the glass.
They got showers in there too.
They do. They got everything. So look, I'm brushing my teeth, everything. No, I'm brushing my teeth and everything for almost 6 months, man. This was my, not just that, my determination, not to go back to where I came from. That was my determination. So I said, you know what? I'd rather stay up here knowing this solidified finances. You know, I'm foundated up here with this money. You know what I mean? They paying me almost $4 grand a month. The hell I'ma sleep out this car. I'ma sleep in the back of this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Yeah. So making a long story short, I did that until I established at least I had about $15,000 in the bank. So I said, you know what?
Man, perseverance.
Yeah, so when the 15 grand was in the bank, I said, you know what, I gotta go and leave, because my wife, my future wife, she wasn't my wife yet, she hadn't got pregnant. You know what I mean? Come traveling up and down. So making a long story short, I had to go back. I couldn't leave her down there pregnant, you know what I mean? And we had to get somewhere to stay. You know how that goes. So making a long story short, moved back to Fort Myers, tried to use my CDL because I was going to college while I was up there. I was going to college for the CDL for Sheridan West College. I was doing so much, bro. I was going to college. I was working at a college at nighttime, and I was working for the glass company. Bro, I had three things I was doing.
Going hard and sacrificing
Sometimes
a lot.
Sometimes I'll be falling asleep, bro. Driving back, it's 12, 1 o'clock, and I still got to get my ass up and go to work.
Damn right.
You feel me? This was my determination. No lie, bro. That's why I say, man, you got to be determined.
Ambition.
I was determined.
One of the keys, man.
So, making a long story short, when I got to Fort Myers, the company that I was working for, Suncoast, there was a movement, Suncoast Lumber, didn't work out well. Some guys there, man, I was Hebrew, you know, they got to the religion thing. They were Christian, I was Hebrew, and it didn't work out. This is no lie. Guys I'm in the truck with, the truckers who supposed to be helping me, bro, these people were so upset that I'm Hebrew and I'm not Christian. They trying to have conversations with me, and the conversation always go left. You understand? Because it's not gonna be a good conversation if you're trying to, you know, basically force me to accept Jesus in the way that you accept Jesus, and then I can't tell you nothing. So it was never working out. So they went to the boss man, who is a big Christian, because Suncoast is about Christianity. They got a church and everything. Oh man, they found a way to get me fired.
I ain't even finna get in that. That's
They
very
found a
deep.
way to get me fired, bro.
Deep
So
right
they
here.
got me fired after 2 weeks of being at this job. So now I'm in 4 Mile with no job. So you know what? I just took the money I had, and me and my brother started the company. This is going to the company, the miscellaneous cleaning company. We went
Miscellaneous cleaning
with
company.
my idea. Everything I had to create, I had to went to banks. Banks wouldn't give me no loan because of my background. It's a fact. They wouldn't give me no loan because they say my background. Even to this day, they still won't give me a loan because they say I get red flag because of my background. Knowing that we supposed to be cleared of all that, knowing we done been to prison, we served our debt to society.
Sure.
That ain't supposed to be over our head. We supposed to be in a recidivism rate. We done changed it. We out here lowering it. We doing what we supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? We are adding to the community, not taking away from the community. Bro, no lie. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this little money. I'm gonna get a trailer. I got a trailer. I already had a truck. Got a trailer. Got a bunch of like malls. We went and bought all type of stuff. We just sat in this store. Me and my brother. We sat in a hot ass store. No AC, no nothing. Just sat in there like a little office. And we waited on people to call. We passing out flyers. No lie. Passing out flyers on Facebook. I ain't even know nothing about Facebook. No lie, bro. When I went to prison, wasn't no Facebook. I ain't know nothing about Facebook. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get on there and politic. We try to get people to come and call us in. So we go cut some grass. And we do miscellaneous. So we do remodeling, light remodeling. We do painting. We do whatever you can think about, the miscellaneous aspect.
Gotcha.
And on the majority side, we cut a lot of grass. So that company brings a lot of money in by itself. And it's been 7 years. That company been in business 7 years.
Nice. What was your main motivation for going so hard, bro, since you got out?
Man,
So a lot of folks ain't finna sleep in no car and sacrifice all that for that.
My main motivation was
How did you not-
self-motivation, bro.
Yeah.
Self-motivation to not want to go back or regrets to being in the streets. I'm tired. I was tired of I grew up in the streets. So I was tired, you know what I mean? I was tired. I'm like, man, you know what? This shit, I can't go back. But the first day out of prison, that's no lie. I went and got with some brothers and some family members. First day out of prison, bro. 3 o'clock in the morning, they want to go ride around and party like it's the old time. I wasn't even with them. It was just, I went from Pompano to visit. First night out, bro. And I got in the car with these people. Don't you know we got shot at and everything? These people, they in some heat. They ain't told me nothing. You know what I mean? We getting shot at.
Right back.
Bro, I'm dodging bullets. I'm dodging bullets. People trying to kill her. People trying to kill the people that's with her. Bro, I'm dodging bullets. This is my first night out. This is no lie. Then I found myself 20, 30 minutes later after the shooting with a gun in all black. Pissed off that I just got shot at. I had them regrets that quick. And this is no lie. This is true story, bro. You guys, my brother. If you ever see my brother, them you guys.
I want to say
that night.
I met your uncle or your cousin.
That my uncle.
in
Dead.
prison.
That was dead.
His uncle said this man was a big dope boy robber on the street, so it's easy to get caught back up into that.
Oh, yeah.
That's how they keep the rate so
Yeah,
high,
man.
bro.
Yeah, man.
keep
So
it so high.
that right there, that was like a turning point, because that was the first day out. So that it dawned on me, because I hadn't slept out the car yet. Remember, this is my first day out of prison. So it ain't got to that point. I'm at a transition house in Pompano now. But it had my mind like, damn, it's that easy. That easy.
Why they ride the race
I could have been a victim of something. I could have got killed. Fuck all that. I could have died.
First night.
First night, but the spirit's so good, bro. Like the Matrix, it's like I was seeing shit with my eye. I can't explain it. You know when you get out of prison, different type of glow.
Yeah.
Y'all all know. We know, especially when you're conscious.
Yeah.
If I tell you it was like the Matrix, bro, you wouldn't believe it. It was like I was seeing shit with my eyes flying by me. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, if I'm lying, I'm flying, dog.
That's crazy. That shit crazy. The first night out.
Bro, if it wasn't me seeing the shit, like I'm dodging the shit, and I had to trying to explain it to people, they wouldn't listen to me. I said, bro, I know God with me, bro. I know y'all ain't with me, bro. It's like I can see shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit in front of my eye, bro? When like shit was in front of my eye, like it's like trajectory, trying to show me where it's at. And I swear to God, bro, that's how I got, bro, the bullets in the car we was in, that bitch got shot up. Couldn't even get back in there and drive off. That's how serious that shit was. Like I said, when I sat my ass down, I'm like, damn.
That's a wake-up call.
Wake up that call. Easy, bro. I could have been dead. And I really don't tell the story to everybody, but bro, I could have been fucking dead, bro. Just trying to hang with the brothers and family. Just, on some, I miss y'all type shit. And that easy. Boom, I would have been dead. They'd still been out there doing the same damn thing.
You gotta be aware of who you surround yourself
Oh, yeah.
with.
Big
man.
facts. Big facts.
Especially getting out of prison, and it's the same people that
yeah.
been living the same way. They didn't go to
Forever.
prison and try to change in us, so they don't
Nah.
have to go back to prison.
Doing
When
the same motherfucker in prison,
don't
gambling,
Same.
doing the same thing that y'all were doing on the streets, acting like everything's still the street. No, it ain't the street.
So, how long you did in prison again?
I did, for 7 years, I did 5 years, 11 months.
You mind telling why?
Robbing, strong arm robbing.
Okay.
Strong, I was a place in my life where somebody close to me got killed. So my mind slipped. Somebody killed somebody real close to me. We called this dude brother. You know what I mean? And we was looking for the people. You know, we was trying to get back. You know what I mean? And my mind slipped so bad, I found myself doing all type of shit trying to get these people. You know what I mean? That killed my people. This is a fact. So I just felt like it was Yahweh taking me off the street. But I was big on selling dope, so I had to, something wrong. I stopped selling dope. You know what I mean? I found myself robbing now. You know what I mean? Doing some shit I did when I was a kid. I had been stopped robbing. So that's why I knew my mind had no slip. You know what I mean? Mine slipped. It was gone, man. I had never thought that dark except when I was a kid living in them fucked up situations. You know what I mean? When they killed them, they fucked me up.
Can I speak a little bit more too on your past?
Yeah.
This man dropped out of middle school.
Oh yeah, man.
Went to the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Started robbing.
Yeah,
got
bro.
into selling drugs.
Yeah.
What we call powered up off of selling drugs.
Yeah, bro.
The man say someone close to him got killed. You know, it brought him out of his character. He got caught up, went to prison.
Yeah.
Went to prison. I meet this man in prison.
Yeah.
The man's so intelligent. I'm not thinking he dropped out of school at all because of his vocabulary. But I'm being real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say this. Man, when he got out, I gave him my father's number to call him.
Yeah.
My pops asked me what university this man graduated from. This is how intelligent he can talk.
Yeah,
and this
right.
was all self-taught and taught himself how to speak Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Like
and Hebrew. I was teaching him.
And Hebrew. Yeah, he was teaching us Hebrew.
I was
in
teaching
here.
the brother Hebrew. That's no lie. The whole alphabet, teaching how to read, teaching how to do the prayers in Hebrew. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm saying, like, what were some of the things you were doing while you was locked up to get yourself prepared?
Woo! Never leaving my bunk. I had some never, bro. Listen, these boys will be doing whatever they doing every time they walk by what I'm doing, studying.
Bruh, he's the one that taught me to read everything I got my hands on.
Bro, and never just browse over, man. Read it.
Yeah.
Get that dictionary. Just like y'all say, man, if you ain't got these tools to read this book, that's it. Don't read it. And that's how I was. I was big on that.
Like, what's some of the books, come top of your head, that's like most powerful books that you read to help you evolve? Because for him, it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. For myself, it's Code of Extraordinary Mind.
And I ain't even get to read it, and he had it.
Book.
Forever. I ain't even get to read it, but mine, no lie, was The Secret. I love
The
The
Secret by
love The
Rhonda
Secret.
Burns.
Rhonda Burns.
I read that
I
bit
read
about
that.
50
Bro, I
times.
love that. I got it right now. And I got my wife reading. You know
gotta
why?
get that.
Yeah.
Because it showed me Yahweh. That book reminded me of Yahweh because of my calling. I found Yahweh in the street. Yahweh woke me up when I was about 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
There was some brothers who had the lost sheep house of Israel. I went to a program at Big Cypress Wilderness Institute. They had this guy, he was a reader. He had these beads on his neck. He practiced the magic. But he practiced it by the name of Yahweh. And he said, man, you got some strong energy around you. Then the African priest told me the same thing. I said, you got some strong energy around you. He said, man, God is really with you, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, but well, you got some energy over you. And they woke me up. He said, I want you to hear this tape, because it was a tape there. He put it in, Yahweh went to talk. Lost sheep in the house. He went to, doing this speech. And I was like, damn. And I was in a program there. And then when I got out, just people kept coming to me that Yahweh was sending, and they was on Yahweh just in the streets, man. And we were politicking, you know what I mean? And I was getting more into it. So before I know it, I found myself in the trap with the Bible, learning about Yahweh. On Sunday, the Yahweh class come on. I'm in the trap, watching Yahweh in the trap. I got people around me on Yahweh. Then I had this big premonition about them. Like I don't wanna go too far on this, but man, I had a premonition. I think I shared it with about the Mayans. Never knew who they were. No lie. It was a 3-day premonition, man. I was awake and asleep for 3 days doing this. So, make a long story short, in the premonition, it kept showing me these temples and the hieroglyphics. It kept showing Yahweh's name all in this temple, right? This guy that I just told you got killed, me and him went to a gun store, bought these blow dart gun, bought some Target, bought all type of stuff in this place. Man, in the premonition and in the dream, these Mayans used these same things. So this was the same week that I'm having these dreams. So I'm like, damn, how I went, like we couldn't figure it out, like how I went, what made me buy this stuff, you know what I mean? So then I started having dreams this same week and these same days about this stuff. Yahweh and gold all around the temple, man. So we started researching, but they got a temple called the Temple of Warriors. But they found Yahweh's name all in Yucatan Peninsula.
Cause the spirit is real, man.
Oh yeah. So this is why I say I don't let nobody take that away from me by Yahweh. Nobody.
I'm gonna tell you a little prison story real quick. So in my bid, a lot of people in jail and prison don't accept a white Hebrew, right?
Nah.
So
yeah, because they say Esau. They going to the Esau store. But I be killing them, you know what I mean? Because think about it, Esau still Israel. Esau and Ishmael. Yahweh made Ishmael 12 princes.
Yeah.
From Israel, right? Because you got Hagar and Abraham. So I'm breaking it down to like y'all can't just say what you want to say. We gotta be truthful about it.
So I get this
Israel.
My first camp FSP West unit. I come across him, right? I get on the bunk like a couple bunks down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we end up vibing and clicking. I'm going to class. He teaching me a little bit more. Where I get into it with a Spanish dude, right? And if anybody been to prison, Spanish people stick together in prison.
Tight.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Tight.
So
I remember.
me and the Spanish dude fight. I'm covered in blood. I'm thinking it's my blood. It's not though.
Nah.
So, you know, one of my homeboys in the dorm like, bro, go jump in the shower. It's rec time right now. So I go jump in the shower. He come running in there. All these Spanish dudes are in the dorm looking for me. They don't know I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
He come running in there. All these Spanish dudes on the compound looking for you, bro. Get out the shower, bro. We finna grit. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to rush and get out the shower. What's going on? They thought I done hit the Spanish dude.
Yeah.
And he was lumped up so bad, bro.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I remember that.
when I say, bruh kept it real from the time I met him to the whole time I know him today, this second, the whole time this man has not changed once.
Nah.
The whole time this man been talking about building growth, wealth, health, everything to do with progressing in life, whether it's spiritually, physically, mentally, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of mind frames that's locked away in prisons. This is why lower recidivism is so important.
Yeah.
Because look how this bank went and give this man a loan to help him get on his feet.
Yeah.
This is the type of stuff we need to figure out how to establish for people that's getting out of prison to help them get on their feet.
They still won't give me a loan. Like even with, like we inherited some properties. So I was trying to use the properties. So in the last 3 years we inherited property. When I was telling you about my uncle, he left properties to him. So we was trying to get collateral on the property, use the equity in them. The HELOC, that's what they call it, home equity line. A home equity line of credit, right? Yeah, people telling me my background won't allow them to, access it. What? My background? What are y'all talking about? What they got to do with the collateral of the property?
What banks are you going to?
All of them. When they went, SunTrust is a credit union, Bank of America,
I was about to say,
Wells
they say
Fargo.
go to credit unions. Yeah.
I'm with Suncoast, so Wells Fargo, Bank of America, even Chase, man, I done been to all that. Even try to do private lenders, man. Like, I done did it, because we got properties. Like, we got even storefront property with nothing on them. My uncle was, he was strapped, you know what I mean?
That's
so he left us
crazy.
some property. So I'm thinking, using my brand, I said, okay, well, we can use the equity, go and try to pull some money out to help, raise the value of the property, put money back into the property, and still have the property without selling them all. Yeah, didn't work. So I'm still trying to figure that out.
And that's like majority of real estate
That's what
investors, that's all they do.
I know. That's
They
what
invest
they
in
do.
the property, raise the value of it by remodeling it,
Listen,
and then
I
taking
know,
that equity
and then
out of the house to
and
go
then
get
we
more
got-
property.
We got the ability to remodel. We do that. You know what I mean? So we can be doing it ourselves, but they won't allow us to even get the credit line. Yeah. Bro, I've been trying. I can't even lie to you. I got profile, what they call it, business plans. I got because I was a certified drafter member in prison from Lawdy. So I made a certified orthographic view copy of some plans for a walk-up restaurant.
That he could design buildings and houses.
Yeah, so I made them and then I took them to the bank with my little, my profile of like my business plan. And these, the lady, she was all into a college lady. Cause down one minute you got to go through the SBA, the Small Business Association. So I went to the head lady at the college, sat down with her for 2 hours, had a 2 hour week meeting with her. She was all into it. She got us a private lender. But my background came back, I had been to prison. No lie, bro. It was just 2 years ago. Background came back, I've been to prison. And she said, well, why don't you tell me what you did? I said, why does it matter? My private, that's my privacy. It shouldn't matter what I did.
Because you paid your debt to society.
She couldn't understand. She was mad. She couldn't understand.
That's crazy, That's crazy.
Yeah. Because we supposed to pay our debts to society by doing the time. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, man.
In your words, to you, what does success mean? To be successful, like, what is it?
Man, success, I say it every day, success is what I think it to be, you know what I mean? I say this every day. I am successful because I succeed. So me succeeding would be in anything, just being able to get up in the morning, like I said, just work out. Being able to get up in the morning to see my babies. You know what I mean? Taking care of my wife, my kids, and just succeeding in, succeeding every day in the idea of me being able to run the company, me being able to give my energy out to people, you know what I mean, and get them to reciprocate that good energy back, you know what I mean? Succeeding, that's it. Success is succeed in anything, in any aspect of your life. I say it every day. I got it on like a little mantra on my mirror, man, every day. Success is because I succeed. I succeed because I'm success. That's it. It's in everything.
So if you had one piece of advice for any convicted felon, any person in the street right now, you know what I'm saying, to help lower recidivism rate, what would that advice be like?
My advice, let me get this into some words, real advice.
Yes, sir.
Because it's motivation, you know what I mean, from self. The biggest thing is never give up on yourself, you know what I mean, because the road to success is, like I said, succeeding in things. So it ain't gonna all be successful. Like Einstein said, he failed a lot of times, but it wasn't really failure, you know what I mean? It's just a different way to do different things he really wasn't trying to do. He just learned how to do different things. So as a convicted felon, when you get out, it ain't gonna be perfect. It ain't gonna be beautiful, it ain't gonna be peachy. But then a lot of people might hold that bias towards you because you've been to prison, because you got a felony, you know what I mean? Because the world changing. It's like now we like these damn people with AIDS or something. The world is changing, man. People find out you got a background. Oh, you got a background, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. Like, what the hell does that mean, really? So I would give that to these people that I know won't be getting out one day or has already gotten out, is to be determined, you know what I mean? Stay committed. Don't give up on yourself, you man. Like, determination, dedication to you being self-motivated. Stay self-motivated, you know, motivate yourself. Because it ain't gonna be nobody there holding your hand.
I want to say I heard Elon Musk say it's a million ways to fail building a rocket. It's only one way to succeed building it. You know what I'm saying? So in success, there's a blueprint to it. And everybody has a different blueprint because of their experiences, because of their network, because of the opportunities that come to them. You just have to figure out what avenue it takes to make sure you succeed.
Yes.
So if it's a dead end,
Yeah.
you got to figure out how to keep pushing a different direction.
Yeah.
He used to tell me all the time, there's different roads that lead to the same palace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That's true to the fullest.
Yeah, man. That's powerful, though. Just knowing that we done been there together, now we out here together, man. That's a reconnection, man, of the universe. You know, reconnecting them good likes, like attract like. You know what I mean?
And listen, me and this man been so busy since we've been out. We
yeah.
couldn't even link. Even though he stays at the bottom of Florida, I'm at the top of Florida. But look what he came up here on some business-minded stuff.
Yeah, man.
You gotta know I'm finna take the advantage, come see you. You know?
Listen, I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you for being on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
This is just an off-the-wall question, man. People like this crazy stuff. What's one of the craziest things you've seen while you was locked up? Like, you know, some crazy ass shit.
Man, the officers killing inmates. That's the craziest thing. I was in Florida State Prison.
Yeah.
So when the ambulance come in and it don't go out with them lights on, you know bitch done died. And it happen almost every day. And they'll tell you the inmate fell and bumped his head on the toilet. They got all these, he done hung himself. They lying to him.
Okay, I was at the main unit.
Yeah.
I was at the west. I was in the work camp. I was in the minimum custody, so
Yeah.
shit kind of pow out. Well, I was straight.
Yeah.
I remember one day, the skinny white officer, he was looking at you crazy.
Yeah.
And he said something and you was like, you heard what he said? And I was like, nah. And when we walked back around the track, you ended up going in the laundry room with him.
Yeah, that's him.
And he was gonna fight this officer for no reason, just cause he was racist.
Guess what the officer said? He said, I know y'all way. He said, I know all you niggas. This is no fight. I tell the story.
It's
to
a
this
white
day.
officer now.
Guess what? I was big. He was bigger than me. He was on the road. Yeah, he was on the road. Cause in Florida State Prison, they had got kicked. The fans came in about them steroids. They was selling them roids. Man.
Steroids,
Make a long story
rock,
short,
all that.
he always,
You was there.
the officer had a problem with me for me just being me. And he knew I was of Yahweh. You know what I mean? So His whole thing was, who do I think I am? You know what I mean? And he called me in the laundry room, no cuffs, no nothing, talking shit, talking about, I know you niggas from birth. You know what I mean? There's no lie. And he said, if I slap you or hit you right now, I know you're gonna fight back. In my mind, like, sir, I say, I come in peace now. But I turn sideways, like, you talking crying right now, like, I turn sideways, he said, I see it in you. You gon', man, listen.
It's before cameras in the laundry room.
I fight the police, like, you don't know, I grew up fighting the police. I went to my program, I fight police, boy, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. You ain't gonna beat me up, and I got my hands free. And I told him, I said, I come in peace, man, but I ain't gonna let nobody hurt me. Nobody. I ain't gonna let nobody hurt me. It would've been a bit bumping, but they gonna be wondering why you got me in this laundry room.
Bro, he was there when the police put me in the cuffs and whooped me about my peanut butter squeeze.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you've been up that road, you know for a fact, if you willing to fight the police, you really go all in.
Yeah, cause they gonna try to kill you.
They gonna take you out.
They gonna try to kill you.
That's for real.
I had done already said in my soul when I was there, cause I was always getting into it with the short officer sergeant, man.
Sergeant Edie?
Edie.
Remember he jammed his fingers in my eye that
Bro,
day?
I was
Fighting
with
Chico.
Bro.
No, he stuck his finger and touched my brain. He scratched that bitch.
Listen, bro,
Hey,
look.
with glasses
Bro,
now?
when I say I,
Look, me and Edie always had bad experiences.
I hate Edie, I don't like him.
But look, I would never let him put a hand on me. Never, bro. He say, put your hand behind me. I say, Sarge, you just told me you gonna do something to me. I say, why would I put my hand? I say, by chapter 33, you can't even touch me. Especially knowing I ain't did nothing wrong. I said, Sarge, why would I put my hand behind my back knowing you just threatened me? Well, you must don't know where you at. I said, no, I know where I am, but I ain't finna let nobody hurt. He just wanted to know. Same thing. Man, this man came to respect me. So now when he come over, he like, y'all don't know, this is a stand-up man. I like this guy. He whooping everybody's ass. Look, he'll come by my bunk. He'll come by my bunk and tell me this is a stand-up man. Y'all don't know this man is a stand-up man. But I never fucking down for that dude. Even the captain. The captain, that white captain with the cap. We in the kitchen. They throwing the tray. We done cleaned the tray. They throwing the damn tray. He done came and they said, these dishes ain't clean, throwing it. I said, man, I'm not gonna wash them dishes. Y'all wash them dishes. Bro, one thing about me, bro, listen, if I'm gonna go for standing up for what I believe, bro. Y'all ain't for the play outside. We done been back here, cause that's when the machines used to break down all the time in the kitchen. Bitch, we got all these damn shits coming from up top. We gotta wash all these goddamn dishes.
and from the wing, we're talking about 1,000 trays is coming, bro.
Man, you got
thousands. They got carts and carts and carts
Hey,
full of trays.
Listen, that captain said, boy, you must just not got here or something. I said, it ain't even that, Cap. I said, I ain't gonna let nobody, I always tell them the same thing, I ain't gonna let nobody hurt you, boy. Cap, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all think y'all gonna hurt me, boy. We put them in bumping, Cap.
Just by knowing these was going on, both of them
Yeah.
getting to the police and fighting the police, and they still here. God is within. Tell you that right now.
Yeah,
Cause I ain't finna count. Every time the police try me, hey, you got that. I wanna see what happened. I ain't trying to be a number.
Nah, but look, he know I'm on the yard trying to start a riot. He know this. Look, I'm telling everybody right these crackers up. Look, no lie, he know this. I'm in there on the yard, bro, with the cameras. Man, y'all niggas stop being scared. Let's go. Look, that was me, huh? No lie, that was me, boy.
Yeah.
The crackers like, what y'all out there doing? Congregate, listen, we gonna write y'all ass up today.
For real, they want
That was me.
to get up for starting a riot, bro.
Cause for real, I seen people do that, especially at Franklin, trying to start riots and get started. Man, they'll beat these people halfway to death, bro.
Look, I think
never
it was
make
just
it
the
back.
spirit in me not
No,
to get
it's
scared
God within.
because no lie, I just wasn't scared, bro. I knew they would kill me or something, but they were killing people.
I'm gonna tell you the craziest part
We
too.
know this.
This man would never ever talk to the police at all.
Nah, yeah.
And the police would stay messing with this man by absolutely everything. This man, I worked in the West Wing, right
Yeah,
up there
yeah.
mountain by Officer
Yeah.
McRoy.
Yeah.
This lady would mess with this man every time she see him.
Yeah, man.
Every time she see him. Ain't never did nothing to her. He'll be in the line, we'll be standing like this, in the line. She'll say his name, bro.
That
energy, though. My energy, it pissed a lot of them off, though. I had that energy, though.
They couldn't break him, you
Nah.
know. Still him.
Like,
They couldn't.
that's what it was. Like, they looking like, who this nigga back here?
Yeah, you can't break him. I'm here, but I ain't down, you feel
Yeah.
me?
But they
Time
want to
coming.
break your spirit. Like the chaplain told me when I got to work relief. He said their job is to break your spirit. He said that's their job. They get trained, even though they're telling y'all is about, or telling us is about rehabilitation. Nah, when you go into prison, it's about breaking your soul, breaking your spirit, so you can bow down and be subservient, like a slave.
That's what it is. Definitely what it
Dependent on
is.
them.
Yeah, that's what they want.
And then when you get out, you're dependent on someone else taking care of you, so you don't know how to cope back in society to take care of yourself, so you go back to the same habits,
Listen.
because you always repeat the same thing without a direction to go when you go to your past.
Like you really want that. You really want that same feeling, and it's like, damn, it don't match. Prison and the streets don't match. It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same. Like I can't compare the streets to prison. It's not the same. There's too much luxury out here. There's too many things afforded for us to be better out here.
And a lot of people are intimidated of getting out because they don't know what to do when they get out. Where they're gonna go, what job they're gonna get. They don't know how their family and friends are gonna react to them being back out in society. It's so much stuff that's on inmates' mind before they get out back into society to succeed, because that's when that anxiety and that mental health kicks in. Because you done did 5.5 years, so you feel like you gotta catch back up on what you missed out on. Slow down, man. Focus on your steps. You gotta crawl before you walk, before you can fly. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them break you, because so many dudes get so comfortable in there. They become to take over this little small world in prison and feel like, this is me. I actually succeed in prison. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm selling cigarettes or doing whatever, I succeed in here. Some of the crazy shit I heard, people say, listen, I ain't got to pay no bills here. I ain't got to take care of my kids. I get 3 meals. And whatever really feel like
that
they
shit
somebody
ain't nothing,
in prison. Water free. That water ain't free, man.
That shit ain't nothing.
They used to kill me like,
life.
they feel like they run this place. I'm a king here. So they
that
get
shit
comfortable
crazy.
and like they don't mind being there.
That's why a lot of them end up with all them letters.
J's, K's, all type of crazy.
They got so many letters. They got so many letters.
Get too comfortable.
Look up the definition of institutionalized. We're gonna put it on the video. Matter of fact, read this definition. Institutionalized, right? And it's gonna tell you, once you have a routine for so long, it don't even matter what the routine is, you're institutionalized. Even if you could be institutionalized from a routine on the streets. But the one that I'm talking about is from being incarcerated. And because you had created these habits for being down for years doing the same thing, the same schedule every single day. Come on, man. I spent over 10 years of my life in prison. You know what I'm saying? So every single day, the same thing. To get out and have to change completely habits that you have for 10 years, you gotta change. You gotta make something of yourself. With society trying to look at you crazy, people that's bougie people might look at you crazy. Oh, you got a background, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, man couldn't get a bank loan. Man couldn't get a HELOC on his own property. That's crazy. And the property had value.
Yes, it does.
That's what's crazy.
That's crazy. That's how they try to hold you back.
Just because of his background, I never heard of that. I never even would have thought of that, bro. Out of all the real estate books, this man know I talk about real estate every day, bro.
And I think it goes back to them being picky about who they, biasness. You know what I mean? It's just about, because they can get a loan to whoever they want to give it to, but it just, I didn't fit the criteria. You know what I mean?
I feel like that just be ways of trying to get you to go back the wrong direction. Just be, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, self-motivation. That's you gotta have that.
What other business ventures?
Well, what I did, the nonprofit. I got the.
Let's talk about these nonprofits.
The Heart of Helping Hand is a nonprofit organization that me and my wife created while I was in work release still. And what it is like, nonprofit is a 501(c)(3) means for at-risk community, helps at-risk community. So almost all hoods are at-risk community. You know what I mean? We come from the ghetto, we come from the hood, so we were going to figure out how we can give back to the community when we reach a certain level in finances. Like, what can we do without getting money from the hood? How can we give back? My wife was like, she want to give food out, she want to give clothes out to the homeless people and stuff like that. So I said that's a good idea. And me personally, I just want to help like kids and people that's got them difficult time with trying to find somewhere to stay, whatever, like making like a little halfway house, some type of home for them, like a little shelter or something. So that's where the idea came in. So we started it, and that was in 2015 and we went through LegalZoom, and LegalZoom created the nonprofit for us. You know what I mean? Because me personally, as a convicted felon, I know they were gonna let me do it like that, not a nonprofit.
What kind of fundraising do you do for your nonprofit?
Well, we host a little event. We hosting events at our property, and what we do is utilize items, retail items, not for sale, but for nonprofit. You know what I mean?
For donations.
For donation purposes to, exceed a capital gain to put back into the nonprofit to help, support what we're trying to do with the community.
Do any type of investing, like
stocks?
Woo! Do I?
Passive time.
I personally started learning about the stock market some time ago. but I got into it. I got into it majorly. I got a stockbroker's a stock market. They call it a license. So I got a license, a broker license, a broker number that I have now. I had to pay $2,000 for it. And I'm with Ninja Trader. I'm with Trade Station. I'm with TD Ameritrade. And I do it on my own. I play around. Make a long story short, I'm getting more serious with it because I've been busy. But I learned more about the stock market in the last year than I've ever known in my life because of the brothers with BWO, Chris Cole, I am. I got a shout out to him because he like a mentor because I signed up with BWO and he like a mentor to me. So BWO, Chris Cole, I am, Dr. Chris they call him now. He taught me so much about the stock market.
You got a YouTube channel or anything? Like
Chris Cole, I am.
Put it down there.
He got the black, they call it the Black Wall Street. Look it up on YouTube, Black Wall Street.
Okay.
He got a stock exchange. He started. This how powerful this brother is, man. This brother powerful, man. And like I said, he a convicted fella. He's been in prison. And look at how successful he is outside of prison. But when it comes to the stock market, he is a guru, man. He is mean. And I learned so much information and processed so much in a little bit of time. I just been unable to apply it because I've been busy with all my other stuff. But I ain't been letting that stop me because now I've been getting more serious with the stock market, you know what I mean? But I put money into Ninja Trader, Nadex, little chain to see how it works, you know what I mean? See how Nadex works, see how what the tools he gave us, you know what I mean? The information he gave us and we learned. I put the money into it and I started to play around with the stock market like I've never done before in my life. And with the little stuff he taught us, I've learned a lot in a little bit of time, you know what I mean? So when it comes to stock market, cryptocurrency, Coinbase, Kraken, all these sites he put us on, these platforms, I'm on them all. Coinbase, Kraken, eToro, all the spots, man. Yeah. I'm on all of them. And even Robinhood. I hate Robinhood though. They don't pay out no money. They playing with your money the whole time. They're not allowing you to invest the way you want to invest. They play with your money. I don't like it. See, with Ninja Trader, it's on you. When you invest and do all your TD Ameritrade and all them different places, trade stations, it's on you. You got to be the broker. You got to get your ass in there and do the work. Right. And I like that better, you know what I mean? So I know my money ain't being lost.
What about gold?
Oh, well, Bullion Star. Chris Cole, I am, once again, taught us how to buy and purchase gold. Y'all might want to write that down or listen to it.
Bullion
Star is a site that allows you to buy gold, trade gold, buy silver, everything. Bullion Star. You can get your account with them. And I learned that from Chris Cole, I am.
How you spell that?
Bullion, Bullion. Bullion Star.
Star?
Yeah. Like I know all this shit off the head because I'm always studying, so. You see I'm doing this shit off the head. I know all this shit off the head. I'm always studying.
All right, I want to get into a subject, right? When I say we went in depth and dissected this, like we got a PhD in this. We dissected this. We both had opportunities to work in the law library while we was incarcerated, so we got to come across books. We were having people send us information from the streets. We're gonna talk about secured party creditor.
All right.
Right? Secured party creditor.
All right. And what does it mean, basically?
And this man is a secured party creditor.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's
biggest thing is
what
does that mean, secured party? You know what I mean? Secured party creditor means you become your own banking system. You're a private bank. And once you become certified and registered with whatever state or whatever municipality or region you in, your bond becomes registered. And that is what makes you a secure party, your bond. The fidelity bond, you know what I mean? And surety bond. The bonds make you the secure party. And that bond got to be worth an amount that you know nobody can put a lien on. A stupid amount that nobody can put a lien on.
10 bill.
Something crazy. It got to be something crazy because you know ain't nobody going to come up and say, man, I'm going to pay that lien. You know what I mean?
But there is a process
yes, it is.
To become a secure party creditor.
Yes, it is.
So one of the first processes is separating your straw man, which is your name in all capital letters on every license you get, every permit you get, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not how they teach you how to sign your name.
Yeah.
Because in the Black Laws Dictionary, your straw man is a fictional entity.
Yes.
Because a business or corporation is a fictional entity. So for a business, which is the United States, our government is a business, right? It's United States of America. It's not United States America. That's not one. The government of America, that's our business.
Yeah.
They have to own our bond when we are born,
Yeah.
right? So to separate your straw man, your all capital letter name, is letting the court system know I am competent of the living, breathing, blood, soul, flesh, me.
Yeah.
And I am not this fictional entity that my birth certificate is tied to, right? That my social security card is tied to. So they do have a process.
And the process ain't easy and it's long.
They don't make it like that on purpose, because once you do this, you have to know what you're doing.
I say it like
this.
this.
File anything incorrect.
Get with, I'm gonna say the easy way to do this for especially convicted felons and anybody. If you don't know anything about it, get with a company like Sovereign Filing Solution, like I'm telling you. Go on YouTube, look them up. Because
they'll write you,
yes,
you.
Because it's easier to get through an organization, corporation, or a body who's already doing it. It's easier.
And they accept you. Once you become secure, they want you a part of their society.
Yeah, and then the government accepts it. So why not go through them? Because that means your document's gonna get through quick.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to do it on your own as an individual.
Sovereign Filing Solution.
Yes, and they're gonna take you through every step. You gotta make yourself a non-resident alien. You gotta create your insurance bonds. You gotta send your insurance bonds and your fidelity bond to the government, United States Treasury. You gotta send them from the Treasury, certified mail, all the way to Puerto Rico. You gotta send your bonds to Puerto Rico, and that's what I mean. It's a process that if you're trying to do it alone, it ain't gonna happen overnight. They're gonna drag you, because I know people that was getting dragged while mine going through quick. They're like, bro, they need something mine back here. Yeah, because they want to see who you are. Because think about it, you're basically saying, hey, America, I want you to give me my rights back. I know what y'all doing. So now they're looking at you like a terrorist. Yeah, you talking about you're a non-resident alien, you're not a citizen. Because a citizen is what? A body. Yeah, you don't want to be a citizen. That's a body, still part of a corporation. You're saying you're an employee of what? United States of America.
Which makes you a debtor. That's why we owe taxes. You're a debtor once you file a security agreement to separate your straw man from the living, breathing you. You're basically saying, I'm a creditor now. You're not a debtor. That's why he's saying you're your own bank, because banks are creditors. That's why they can loan out credit. And if you file everything correctly, you will have the same ability to do this.
I say,
where are you at right now with your paperwork? I know you were telling me about the clemency.
Well, the secure party been done for years now. I've been a secure party. That's been done. And I went through Sovereign Filing Solution because I felt like it was the smartest thing to do knowing I was fresh out of prison. And like I said, just even with the non-profit organization, Hard to Help a Hand, I went through legal school. You know, I always try to make the best decision. I was like, okay, I know these people. I know these people ain't gonna accept me as me. You know what I mean? So knowing, like I said, I went to banks and all this, and they already shut me down. I know this even deeper than that.
It ain't what you know; it's who you know. Sometimes.
Look, the banks was doing that. I can imagine what the government gonna do when I say, hey, I want y'all to give me my straw man back. Hey man, I'm straight out of prison. I want y'all to give me a non-profit organization. Hell no. You know, it's just they're gonna drag me. So I went through the corporations and companies that I know could get it done. Entities that's already doing it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm advising anybody who wants to go through that process to go through Sovereign Filing Solution, because there's so many steps to it, and it takes time. So they're gonna get you through that though, because they already got that process going. They do this. They say they do thousands a day.
Okay. So like, what's the benefits?
Okay. The benefits of being a secure party.
Why?
The benefits of being a secure party is basically you are no longer bound by the debtor and all the debtor's debts or liens or levies or the things that he can be legally taxed for or bound to in contract, like tickets, citations. You can now do the acceptance for value process if they give you a citation against your straw man, because you own them now. So you giving me some paperwork? I'm gonna give you some paperwork. Let's go through the process now. I want you to remedy this because you have no authority over my straw man. That's the benefit. Like you taking the power from them and putting it back in your hand, because you the trustee now. The biggest thing the secure party is you become the trustee and custodian of your social security number and of your birth certificate. So what that basically is the government no longer can do it by themselves without you, because they're saying that when your mom, with the acquiescence is agreeing without knowing you agreeing to something. So when your mom and dad signed that birth certificate, they was agreeing to the magistrate to have authority over that as a citizen. Great Britain, you know, the energy. By you being created, your child's energy is ours now, like a slave.
It's collateral for all the work that you'll produce.
So knowing America owe them all of this money, this is how America paying them.
Because
Energy.
really nothing has value without the people, bro.
So you know we produce and make everything have value. People, energy. So we make the money have value. Because a dollar's still a dollar, no matter if it's a 10 or 20 or 30. We give it, oh, that's a 30 right there, that's a 100 right there, that's a $1,000 bill. You giving it energy and you giving it the idea that it's worth more than what it is. Still paper, promissory note.
I did read a book where once you become a secure party creditor, right? I want to say it was either the right to travel or freedom to travel or something like that. But it's basically saying, like, if the police did pull you over because you are a secure party creditor, you don't have a license anymore. Why? Because a license is subject to the United States, right?
Yeah, and
because why would you need a license to drive?
Yeah.
Because a license to practice, to be a doctor.
It falls back up under the bar.
So
the accreditation register, because to have a license means you give them authority over you, back to being a citizen. So they can fine you, they can do all of this stuff. But remember now, your debtor has the right to acquire any license. Any license. So your debtor still can be in business. You got the right to do whatever.
Exactly.
That when you make, that when you become the trustee. I can do whatever I want to do. You can't stop me. That's my right. That's what they say, pursuit of happiness. That's my right.
Yes, sir.
You doing it. You got all these Google places and all this stuff around the world, you know, that are, what it is, Silicon Valley and all that are secure areas. Y'all making all these secure areas. You know what I mean? Oh, no, Apple, all of them is a part of that secure world. All corporations are part of the secure world. That's a fact. You don't know who own them places. Secure. That's private.
Want to look more into the information, UCC1 financial statements.
Yeah.
You need to look into every capital of every state has a UCC office.
Yes.
It's the Uniform Commercial Code. This is the law that you'll be going through because they distinguish the law between a private and a public citizen.
Florida, so ours is the Florida UCC registry. See, that's our Florida Secure Transaction Registry. That's
Can I hold this up?
Yeah, that's ours. That's us right there.
Florida Secure
I gotta put
Transaction
I'm gonna laminate them. I
Registry.
seen all of them tearing, cause I always got this thing with me. I keep it with me, cause I don't never have to show them my ID. I show them this.
So if you get pulled over,
I control my straw man. I ain't gotta show you no
I
ID.
went to work release.
This is my identity.
I went to work release. My boss man from a Mason company I worked for was a Moor.
Yeah.
He got pulled over and told the police he doesn't have any jurisdiction over him. He's a Moor.
Oh yeah.
Type this into your program. His database on his little laptop. I don't know if he went to type it in, but he let him go for speeding. The crazy part is, my boss man used to like to drink too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know the police knew that man was a little tipsy.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
And
Ain't got no authority.
he had to let that man go.
That's just like diplomat immunity. It's a part of the sovereignty. So it's foreigners.
Presidents and
So when they come over here, they can do what the hell. They can kill somebody over here. They just gonna send them back to another country.
You know, this was crazy, right? So I got into the whole sovereign thing at Wakulla, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Back in like 13, people were telling me about it. 14, FSP with him, he was telling me about it. And that Baker, I was hearing so much crazy stuff like, bro, pretty much untouchable.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't believe you. Therefore, throughout the whole ride, I'm like, I can't go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made it seem like they were so untouchable. I'm like, bro, if I get that, they're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
they will kill you for doing certain
That's
things.
what scared me. Like, bro, I can't do it because I feel like if I get to that level, they're gonna take me out.
You know Jonathan May? Remember Behold a Pale Horse? The dude that ended up going to Texas and creating his own bank.
William
Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had another dude in there.
There's a chapter in Behold a Pale Horse that's about a dude named Jonathan May. He ended up going to Texas and creating his own bank with natural resources. Coal, gas, oil, wood, whatever. If you brought it to his bank, he will accept it and either give you money or whatever type of natural resource you need. Bricks to build, concrete, dirt, whatever. and the government came, the feds came and said, hey, this is illegal. He said, how is it illegal? Here's my documents, my paperwork, secure party creditor. But because he ended up taking a little town and expanding it so much so quick, they were scared that everybody else was going to catch on because the feds was not getting paid interest off of his loans, right? And everybody was able to chop down trees and bring them to him, whatever natural resource they own on their property. It could be dirt, bro. And they was getting so much growing.
The government wants you to get in bed with them with everything.
They lock them up, man.
Even when you're a secure party, the government wants you to get in bed. That's why they say it's best to be a secure party and not a full-fledged sovereign if you're gonna live in America. Because a full-fledged sovereign, they're gonna tax you. Secure party, they ain't gonna tax you. Because you saying, hey, I want to live if I want to do business. That's what secure party does. That's why I ain't brushing you no full-fledged sovereign.
Yeah, sovereign, you gotta create your own flag.
Yeah, man. Full-fledged sovereign, you need your own land. You know what I mean? You can't get nothing from the government, period. You want to just stay a secure party.